I do want to say that this is definitely not going to be for everybody. This right here is just the specs. This is a sponsored video. They did send me this webcam in order to review, but I am going to admit it right now. This is not going to be for everybody. And the reason that it is not going to be for everybody is because of the price of this. I genuinely think that this is cool. And it does zoom in and track you and all of that kind of stuff. I do think that that is very neat and that is very awesome. Rather than having to unplug your camera from your computer, bring your camera with you, record with your camera, transfer your files over to the whatever. So you get my point. It's like this ease of use of actually having this webcam is super beneficial, and I do genuinely think that that is very neat. Now, what you're seeing right now is no filters or anything. This is what the actual webcam looks like when you are going to get it. However, I do have some lighting set up. These are all the specs. The company did want me to tell you all of this stuff, but I'm just being real with you. For the company that wants me to read all of this, I am not going to read all of that to everybody because nobody really cares about all of that stuff. I'm just being real. Okay. And the reason nobody cares about this stuff is because it's literally going to be on the listing. So I don't need to cover what everybody is more than capable of reading. It's a 4K webcam. It does have a pretty big sensor in it. So I want to show you guys this really quickly because the focus is, I mean, it's not bad, but, hey, what's up? You can kind of see how it focuses a pretty decent amount. Let's get back here. So you got the console, you got your image for adjusting your shutter speed, your ISO, the temperature, the contrast, saturation, sharpness, hue, and then you got more. This is where some of the cool stuff comes into play. I turned it all off, and the reason I turned it all off is because if it's not obvious, dude, I got a lot of energy and I'm constantly like moving my hands around and giving expressions and all of this kind of stuff, and it was constantly like picking that up, and it wasn't whatever. It wasn't very pleasing. Now if I come over here and I turn this noise, at least from my perspective, it doesn't do anything. Actually, I'll do it right now. I don't know why it's not. Hello. And now if I come here and I turn the noise reduction to the maximum, let's try this. I don't know why it's pointing at, I don't know why it keeps pointing it at my wiener. But anyway, I thought it was because I was using the upper body. But anyways, you can see like the noise reduction there, it doesn't do anything because what you're seeing with with the Sony camera is not what it looks like out of the box. Like this is what it looks like without any filters. I know, right? You're like, yo, he looks gray. There's nothing going on there, bruh. There's like, oh my God, he looks like a ghost and he looks like he's like dying. But then I turn my filter back on and it looks really good. So the benefit of having the Sony camera is that there's so much detail coming through the camera that it allows you to like change that kind of stuff without losing a bunch of quality. Turn that off. So this is what it's default. That's with the color grading. I think it looks a little bit better with the color grading, but that's just me. It's called NVIDIA Broadcast. That's pretty much what this is. But for people that like may not have NVIDIA Broadcast or native, we got classic, man. Oh. Yo, it's like adjusting my face. I haven't messed around with any of this stuff, so I'm actually kind of having a little bit of fun right now. Not gonna lie. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn all this stuff off. I don't like that. That looks unnatural to me. It looks, but I mean, if you genuinely don't like the way you look, I guess you could mislead people into what you look like. So this camera, who is this for? And do I actually recommend it? So here's the thing. If you're a beginning creator, then I don't think that this is going to be for you. And the reason that I don't think that this is going to be for you is more of a smart decision for you specifically. And I'm saying this because if you get this, you can't, or I'm not saying you can't, but you because you obviously can, but there's the Logitech Brio. That's a 4K webcam. I've used that. It's like $100 brand new on Amazon right now. It is going to be just as good as this webcam. The only difference is that it's not going to have the tracking, and then it's not going to have all the built-in features that the application has. But OBS has that. NVIDIA Broadcast has that. Like, it is just going to take a little bit more work on your end. This is definitely and dude, this is a sponsored video, so the company is going to hate me for saying this, but it is just me being honest, okay? I very rarely, very rarely take sponsored videos because, like, this is not the same camera that I was going to get. I was going to get the DJI one, but when the company reached out to me, I'm like, well, it's literally basically the exact same thing. Why would I not? You know what I mean? Like, I'm being serious. I literally was going to get that. So like when they asked me about this, I'm like, well, I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's definitely got the premium stuff that the DJI one has. And I would tell you the exact same thing with the DJI camera. As a matter of fact, I would tell you to get this one over that because that one's even more expensive. And it's basically the exact same thing. As far as image quality goes, the Logitech, I don't have it anymore. I gave it to my friend. But like, webcams are webcams, dude. Like, a 4K webcam is going to look the exact same way as another 4K webcam. There's no, I mean, the image quality is, I mean, you guys saw it. I mean, come on. Look at this, and then there's at least from my perspective, bro, there's a pretty big difference in the quality there. Look at my mat. You see all the like twinkly sparks? That's noise. And then you come over here and there's like none. It's called noise, and it has that like you guys have a phone. Record something in the dark with your phone and you'll understand, like those, like that loss of detail is just noise. Really cool webcam. I know I rambled on here for almost 30 minutes because that's just who I am. I'll definitely edit this down. The video does not need to be that long, but I just feel like it's definitely a premium webcam. It's not going to be for everybody, but I absolutely do recommend it. It is just going to be for that audience. Like, are you doing unboxing reviews nonstop? First of all, this would be a great unboxing review. Second of all, you know what I mean? I've already explained myself multiple times. It's a good webcam. Grab it if you want, but it is a premium price, so just keep that in mind.